I'm Christel. I'm going to do a tarot reading for the new moon in Scorpio. A little bit about that new moon. So the new moon is happening in Scorpio on November the 15th at 5:07 a.m. GMT time, so London time. Now this new moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio is very intense. It is about emotions, about things that we have hidden, deep hidden inside of us. It's also often about letting go, because Scorpio likes to hold on, and Scorpio is a sign that needs to learn to let go. So think what in your life you have to let go and what in your life is really good. You can do your wishes. I always do wishes on the new moon. I write them down by hand, 10 wishes, and I use, as a source for that, I use Jan Spiller's New Moon Astrology. So you can have a look into that and see what your wishes are with regards to this new moon. Now, I want to say something more about this new moon. So the aspect of the new moon, that means the conversation it's having with the other planets, is a good one with regards to Jupiter and Pluto. Jupiter and Pluto are very close together at the moment. They were totally together on November 12th. That's called a conjunction. So they were standing together in the skies. And then together, Jupiter always expands the energy of whatever it's influencing. Now, there is a good conversation going on between this new moon in Scorpio and this conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto, because, you know, the new moon is on the 15th and this conjunction is still very potent and happening. And it's the last one before Jupiter moves into Aquarius mid-December. So there was a conjunction this year between Pluto and Jupiter for 3 times. Now, this is the last one. It's very powerful. It really, Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, and Jupiter is really expanding that energy. Now, with this conversation happening with Scorpio, it's about, having choices. You have a choice to go after your goals, your dreams, your desires, and achieve them later on, the ones that you set now, if you do it the right way. And doing the right way means by doing it the ethical way, the way with morals, with principles, with fairness, with justness. And if you don't do that way, it can come back to haunt you and really bite you in the ass. So have a think about that, have a think about what do I want, and am I going after it the right way? Am I going after it with my values, with my morals, my ethics, or am I lying, cheating, abusing, and that will not bring you good results? So it's time to get the liars, the cheaters, and the abusers out and focus on the morals, the ethics, the fairness, justice. In a good way, justice, right justice, yeah. So from there on, I'm going to move the camera down to the cards and then go into the reading. This is really, I feel that this is the energy of the moon. This is the energy of the moon. The moon says it's time for a new adventure. It's time for discovering new stuff in the chest, in the treasure chest. There's new stuff in there, and it's time to unlock that. It's also time to unlock your skills, unlock your dreams, unlock your desires, unlock the things you want in life, and to get really into those, because it's possible to get them. All this is, with this new moon, protected by the high priest. Now, the high priest is a mentor. He's a teacher. But also, there is a structure around him. He has a foundation. He's also just. And I feel that a lot of these cards here have to do with, as I said, the new moon is about principles, about values. And I think that, unlocking your skills, your talents, or also resources, unlocking them, and that can be material resources, opening the chest and looking into the chest, you're going to learn a lot of stuff, because besides being a teacher, on the other side of the teaching is learning. And before you can teach, you have to learn. So I feel that there is this potential in this new moon that you can learn stuff about yourself. You can learn, what resources you have. You can learn what talents you have, what strengths, what values you have, because it's pentacles. And which ones are you going to use to move forward from now on? To use this energy of the new moon to move forward. It's your choice. You have the choice here. And this feels like you're going on the path already. You're taking whatever you found here. Pentacles, resources, but values, principles, morals, ethics. You're taking them on your journey. You're starting the journey towards those wishes, towards your intentions, and you're using the things you've learned. So it is a new journey. It is a new adventure. The Page of Pentacles says that. But the Page of Pentacles, as you can see, she's standing on one foot. She's very balanced. It's not as if you're doing this journey like, on a whim or wildly, not organized. You're doing it very balanced. You're doing it. It's like you thought it through. The Queen of Swords, which I call the Ice Queen, tells me that you have thought it through. You have seen what's in the chest and you have made a plan. And you've made a logical plan. So you're taking action with a little bit of a calculation, but good calculation, because this is, taking your values along, being ready for the new start, and putting in, those values that you have, those skills you have, those talents you have. You're putting them to good use to start your journey. This journey that is going to bring you to make decisions for your life in the end. But, well, not really the end, because it's all playing. So there's this rational queen, and the Two of Swords is a card of sometimes, fear coming in when you're starting the journey. Although you're balanced, sometimes there's a bit of doubt. Sometimes there is a bit of fear. Sometimes there's thinking, okay, where am I going? Because I don't see where I'm going. Although you are very rational, so I don't really feel that this is a major problem. But there is this thing that the moment you start a journey, you may encounter some obstacles. You may encounter some people that are obstructing you or that are in your way and not moving in the same direction as you. And that's where you have to make choices. That's where you have to protect yourself. You see this woman sitting in the bubble. She's holding her hands up in front of her heart chakra. So she's protecting that emotional center of hers. And she just, feels her way. It's not like she knows where she's going, like visually knows where she's going, but she knows emotionally where she's going. This is the emotional part. And this is the Queen of Cups saying that, whatever choices and whatever paths she's going to take, she uses her emotions, she uses her heart, she uses that intuition, that deep connection to her body, to her, not to her mind. I mean, this is the planning stage, this is where you're going on the journey and you have planned it out. But of course, on the journey, obstacles may appear. And that leaves you with choices to make. As long as you follow your heart in those choices, and as long as you protect also that, your heart on the journey, that's very important. So it's about a bit, being careful with yourself and protecting yourself. But the Queen here tells me that you're going to be able to do that. You'll be able to protect yourself. And then the last row, this is of course a little bit further out. This is where you're coming, where the wishes that you set here, the intentions and the journey you start out, here it's where you're moving a little bit further. So this is on your way here you're beginning, and here this is a little bit further down the road, where, you know, with the things you learn on the journey and the obstacles, you know, the challenges, the problems you encounter, you learn, and you learn to be, you know, creative. You learn to be creative with the challenges. You learn to be creative with your values. You also learn that, you know, those values that you have and those morals and principles, sometimes you need to, you know, when I say stretch, it sounds a little bit, it sounds a little bit like you know, you're manipulative and you're stretching them so you don't hold on to your values. But I think it's about your values not being too strict, not too being too narrow. Your values being, you know, more creative, and feeling how these values need to, yeah, stretch a little bit, you know, don't not be constrictive, so that you can create new stuff. Because once is action, it's taking action, it's taking creative action, and this is the beginning of new creative things. It can be a new creative relationship, it can be a new creative so when you hear background noises, those are my dogs, by the way, who are snoring in the background. So yeah, creative new beginnings, creative undertakings, the start of something new. It's also, it feels that it brings you new people. The Three of Cups here feels like new people coming in and go on the journey, accompany you on the journey towards these stars here. With this, we see stars from the lights here as well. You know, it's not really literally stars, but there's, you know, the light bulb here, light bulb moment, you know, these ideas that are there, the creation, the fire, the passion is there. And that brings helpers along the way. Helpers, but also a very good feeling, a very safe feeling. I feel this card like this is you feeling okay and safe within yourself, also with other people and those helpers, but also completely within yourself. You're feeling yourself like, yes, I've done this, I've done the rational stuff, I've led with my emotions, I've gone on the journey, and then I saw the things that were obstructing me and getting on my way. But I won't let myself be led astray from the journey, with the values, with the integrity, with the morals, with the ethics, because I'm going to incorporate them all, because this makes you feel safe. It's going to make me feel safe to do that. And it will lead me to, you know, to have all these possibilities here. In the end, I will be able to choose. And it's not only choosing one, you can choose more. But you don't know exactly what is underneath these turned upside down cups. But under each cup is something. There is a possibility. There is a new way. There is a new relationship. There is a new venture. There is a new business. There is a new proposal. There is a new way of life. And this is what's where you're headed to when you start a journey, because you want to have these possibilities and they are available. And how you choose them, it is with your heart, but also with your head. So there's these two components in the choice making, the possibilities that are coming your way, and you make your choices led by, you know, the rational part of you, but also the emotional part of you. But there's also safety here, safety that you feel very, you know, comfortable in when you come here and you are standing in front of the possibilities. It's not like you're going to waver a long time. It's you know already, you know what you have to do here. That's what it feels like. But let me just pull a few cards on top and then let's go to the messages. So I think I'll have to make a little bit more space here and put these up. So I'll put these to the side here. And we may come back to them, but so that you have a little bit more space here. Okay, that's better. Should have done that from the beginning, of course, but didn't. Okay, jumping, Ace of Swords, new ideas, breakthrough moments to go on the journey. And it's something you've been thinking about for a while now. It's not like, you've just started to unlock this on a whim. No, you have been thinking about going on the journey. Eight of Wands. The World, okay. Queen of Cups again. So it's very sure that your rational side and your emotional side are really working together, and I like that. I like the fact that they do that. So we have the Two of Wands and the King of Wands, the Three of Swords. We'll have a look what that is about, and the Hangman. That is in the row where we're on the journey and we encounter obstacles. Two of Cups. So we'll see. An Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's about letting go, yeah. Eight of Cups. Moving away. Scorpio likes to hold on. Judgment and, Two of Swords. I was looking at this one. Six of Wands. Yep. Five of Swords. The Tower. And the Queen of Wands. Okay, let's have a look, because I'm the start of the journey, where you start a journey with, you unlock the chest and you're starting the journey with your values, your skills, your morals, your ethics, and you've learned from the past. The High Priest is like he's the teacher. It also means that you have learned, because before you can teach, you have to learn. I already said that. And that Hermit is about learning about yourself, learning about what is inside you, looking deeper in your soul. It's a soul searching card. And when you did the soul searching, when you did the introspection, you came to some conclusions about your life. And those conclusions are really, this unlocking. It's like you've done that by the introspection, by the soul seeking, by looking deep inside of you. You've come to the conclusions like, yeah, okay, those belong to me. Those are my skills, my tools. It's like almost like this chest is your tool kit, your toolbox, and the tools that are in there, you may know that you've had them, but you didn't unlock them or you didn't use them, and now it's time to open the chest and do that. See, that is the breakthrough from the introspection. So introspection, breakthrough, starting the journey, unlocking the chest, using the toolbox with all the tools and the utensils that are in there, and going on that journey. So the Page of Pentacles says that you're not doing this on a whim. That the journey that you're starting here with the Knight of Pentacles, it's going to bring you new things, but it's not like all of a sudden. Okay, it's thought about. You've thought about this. You've thought about this. You've thought about it. You've gone there, and also of course that Queen here. It says you took the calculated risks here. You see, it's not on a whim, but it is also knowing that you can do it. Because the Magician tells you that whatever is here in the toolbox, it's the sword, it's the cups, it's the pentacles, it's the resources, it's the emotional maturity, it's also the ideas, and it's the right actions to be taken. The right actions with those values. With the values here, and also of course the pentacle here, it can be a value as well. Pentacle is money usually, but it can be values, and this will launch you on the journey. It's all of a sudden it feels like things are speeding up after doing a lot of introspection and soul seeking, because that is the slower card. All of a sudden this journey that you've started here, it's speeding up. It's going faster, it's moving faster. And this, of course, you did that with a little bit of rational calculation, with, really thinking about it. But you also used your emotional maturity. The Queen of Cups is very mature emotionally, and she's very intuitive. So this feels like it's all, you know, that you're on the right track. You know that this journey that you've started with the tools, that you're on the right journey. You just know that. And you know that because you've left behind another chapter. You've closed off the other chapter, and then you moved on into this new chapter. And this closing off of that chapter has happened here as well, in that soul seeking, in the thinking and the introspection. But it's also something that now, you know, when you really think about it, while you're on the journey, while you started the journey already, you know, yes, I'm doing the right thing. I've closed off my cycle, but this has made me step into a new cycle. It's like stepping through a portal. It's like stepping from one dimension to another dimension, from one world to another, from one way of being to another. And you're doing that, you're very intuitively guided. So you need to stay in contact with that queen, with that intuition. So this is when you get challenges and you lose your way a little bit. But I've already said, as long as you're connected to this queen and this queen, there is not a problem there. Because when you're on your journey, and it's, we have a Two of Swords and Two of Wands. So there's duality, there's choices to be made. Here you don't see it and you just feel the choices. Here it's by taking the right action. Wands are action, are fire energy, and because of the King of Wands, you know which actions to take. So in a way, in the beginning, it feels like you may feel lost and you don't know. But it feels like that when you use the queen and the intuition and the emotion, and you protect yourself a little bit from attacks from outside, and I'll go into this a little bit more because this really makes sense now. Here, when you don't know in the beginning, you'll know. You'll know if you connect to these queens of cups, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups here again. You'll find your way and you'll know which action to take to propel you forwards, to keep the momentum going. Because this king, of course, this king is very powerful. This king is overcoming these problems. He can deal with it. He doesn't, the action that he needs to take. He knows which actions to take, but you make a choice, and then you become the king. And then to do the right action. You know which action to take. Here with the Seven of Wands, when I said, there's obstacles, there's even people trying to hurt you in your journey because they don't like your journey. They don't like where you're coming from or where you're going to. They don't understand it. And that's this card. That is card of loss, of being hurt, of being, also a little bit attacked in this case. People don't understand what you're doing. They don't agree with it. And then, you become hurt because you feel they don't understand you, and you don't know why they don't understand you, because you know very well what you're doing. You have all these queens here and even the king. So you know what you're doing. And when people don't understand you, it can be hard, but also it can give you clarity on your journey of which people to take along on the journey and which people know. Which people belong to you and which people don't belong to you. And that's why you need to protect your heart, because otherwise you're going to get too hurt, and you don't want that, because you need to do this journey. It's not a matter of not doing the journey. The journey is going to be done. And this new moon is going to propel loads of people in that direction. So the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So this is walking away. This is what I immediately said. It's letting go of, and it's probably letting go of these people that don't understand you, of these people that hurt you, these people that you feel you always have to protect your energy from. Those you let go and you move away from them. You move away from them and you move towards those people, and with to those people that do understand you, that really say, okay, I get you. And sometimes they may not totally get you, but at least they respect you. They respect your journey, and they respect your evolution, and they respect your decisions, and they come together with you. So they may assist you in your journey, or they may just assist you in your emotions, or in, saying, I understand you. I got your back, even though I really don't completely get what you're doing, but I got you. So here is when you take that the new actions, this passionate, propelling forwards. It's really that going, moving. These are the Eight of Wands, and this is the Ace of Wands. So it's going on. This journey is not stopping. And I feel that this journey, I'm starting with this one. Why? Because I feel this journey is something that, as I said to you, it feels like it has to be done. You're not going to stop because of you people not liking it, because you're feeling called to do it. Something is calling you to make this changes, and to go on this journey, to set these dreams, these goals, and these desires, and to go after them. It's something very important for you. And even that, we have another Two of Swords here. Two of Swords and Two of Swords. So again, when you do this, you have to make some choices on the way. Even when you're already here, still choices will pop up, and still things you will need to deliberate on, to weigh the options that are in front of you, and then decide. And decide with your heart, not so much with your rational mind. Feel your way around, because you're blindfolded in a way. In a way, you're a bit blindfolded. Here as well, you're blindfolded. But here, it says it's going to overcome with the King. Here, it's going to be overcome because the calling is very strong. So the blindfold is not very important, because of the calling, you're going to follow this intuitive guidance. And this is this card that I feel like it feels like a safe card, where when you have done this, when you have lost the people, and when you have known, okay, these people are not going to support me, but some other people are going to support me, and you realize that you're taking the right decisions to moving in the journey. This feels like you feel finally safe. You feel also a little bit at home. It feels like wherever you are, it feels like, yeah, okay, I can relax. I have these people that still support me with me, and I can relax. I also support myself, my inner self. And this feels like a win. It feels like, yeah, I've been doing it. You also realize inside of you that, yes, I have to do this, and I'm doing this, and now I feel safe doing it. Even though there is sometimes this, I'm not going to give too much importance to this card because of the other cards, but yeah, of course, sometimes there's a feeling that you are being cheated, or maybe even that you are cheating others. But that's just a limiting belief. That's just a thought that you have in your mind that is not necessarily true, because you're going on this higher calling journey, and that is very important. I think this is also probably sometimes when you feel a little bit more unsafe, and you feel like other people don't have your back or trying to stab you in the back. This card is the most important one. This is just more explanations of this card. And it feels like you feel safe within yourself, and also feel safe with the people that are coming together and help you on your journey. And then this is not important. These people here that try to backstep you, they are not important. You can let them go. And it's going to happen. So here is then, it will lead you to possibilities, and then choices will need to be made, but the possibilities are there, and you can turn them around. Okay, the Tower and the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a grounded queen, guided as well by intuition, by inner knowledge. She is not afraid to take action. So you're not going to be afraid to to go for one of these possibilities or some of these possibilities, maybe not all of them, but under each cup there is a possibility, there is a path, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing, a new thing to do. But it's going to shake things up a little bit. The Tower. It's going to sort of, sometimes when you have to choose and you have these possibilities, which ones am I going to choose? Which ones? This is a bit of fear of, what if I choose the wrong one? What if I choose the wrong path? Then this fear comes up, because that may, take away everything you worked for here. But it's not going to happen because of this Queen of Wands. You'll know which one. You know which one to choose. You have to trust that. This is just, the normal fear coming up when you are in front of so many possibilities opening up to you, because that can bring a little bit of choice overwhelm, yeah? But the Queen of Wands is there to tell you that it's going to be okay. You know what to do. You are passionate, and if you follow that guidance, that black cat is sitting here at her feet, it's okay. And now let's have a look here. So these cards, I'm going to pull one more card on top of that one, because this is, this is where you start, and just, to end it. Let's see what happens. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. So ending, let's say that this is here. Ace of Pentacles. There's the bear protecting the cave. There is the pentagram, magic. So when you go for, when you have these possibilities and you make your choice and you take the action up, new things are going to come your way. And that can be, more money, a new way of making money. It can be a new relationship. It can be a new job. It can be moving to a new location. But new stuff is coming up, and it feels a little bit like magic. Magically, things appear when you make here a choice out of the possibilities. So that is the end card here, which I really love. And let's have a look at what messages are there for you on your journey. And I'm just going to pull it randomly from here. Okay, this one. Let's see, first this one. Okay. I mean, I think I probably said it until I was blue in the face and until you were like really bored with me. Let go. Scorpios doesn't like to let go. The Scorpio new moon is the best opportunity to walk through the door, let go, to start that new journey here. To start a new journey, to unlock that potential, and to let go of things that don't belong to you. So let go. The right message always comes out of these cards. Okay, so the next message from the Soul Coaching Oracle. Let's have a look what it says. It says delight. Delight. Okay, delight. I think there is a lot of, when you go on this adventure, this new journey, I think this delight is going to accompany you. I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. I think this is a little bit this card, when you are delighted by the journey, when you feel also very safe and at home in your journey. What else? Where else was this? Yeah, this is, I also, this passion. The delight creates more passion to do even, more new stuff. And then you'll have this opening up to you. Yeah, there's a lot of joy here. So also when you start a journey and when you do the journey, even when with the obstacles here, take delight in the journey itself, not only in the end result, but also, enjoy this new movement that you're making. And then let's pull two of these. I feel like we need two of these. I don't know why, but I feel that. So when they tell me to do that, I just do it. Okay. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and they are beautiful. Okay, look at this. Hummingbird Spirit. I'll put it in closer. So I always have to see, because it's really weird how that happens. The Hummingbird Spirit says, be here now. This is what I said here. When you're doing the journey, you know, be here now so you can delight in the journey itself. Don't think too much about that future. Don't think about this and you know, these possibilities and then choices that you're going to have to make when all these possibilities are available to you. Just enjoy the journey as well and be here and now in the journey, because there's so much to learn in the journey. And that's important that you don't lose out on that. Don't lose out on the delight in the journey. And then we have, oh my god, this is always so great. The Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Although we have here this 8 of Wands where things speed up, there's no rushing this. Don't forget that you can, you know, when you take delight and you be in the here and now, you know, slow and steady wins the race. When you go step by step, when you do it, you know, with a lot of intent and with a lot of presence and with a lot of, as you know, one of my teachers calls it, conscious, active participation. You know, if you do that, then you get wherever you want to go. You get to the end point, because really this should be here, yeah? Ace of Pentacles, you're going to get there. And you will win. You will get the whole thing. So that is beautiful, these cards. Okay, so with these barking dogs in the background, I'm going to finish the reading for this new moon in Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you want. And then let's see what the full moon at the end of the month is going to bring in. Of course, for December, there will be readings for every zodiac sign. They will be coming up soon as well. Bye for now. Enjoy the reading. And thank you for being here with me.